Well, it's a new morning. I was hearing some weird sounds. I'm trying to head back here to see if I can. It's like completely dark. I know you can't really see. There it is. I believe that is one of those ice bulldozer things. Oh my. Yeah. There's a lot of trucks that are just parked. So it definitely got busy last night. And I'm going to put up a series of images up here so that way you can kind of see my hesitation of wanting to drive out there. There's an accident not too far. There's information that snow chains might be required. I've also got some pictures from the cameras and stuff too. I mean, in order to get out of that, I would think I would need to put chains on. And I've not put chains on a 18-wheeler before. I think you only have to put them on the drive tires, but yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't want to drive in this. Yeah, there are other semis out there. There's one. But how many years of experience do they have driving in this weather? I don't. Have I driven in this weather? Yes. Not with 18 wheels of steel. That's a completely different thing. I see a lot of trucks that aren't moving. If they're not moving, and I've only got 2 months worth of experience and no winter driving training, do you really think I should be moving? Now, I could have driven yesterday, yes, but I thought this was going to happen yesterday. That's why I didn't go anywhere. I thought yesterday was going to be the beginning of this. This really annoys me. One, that temperature is not accurate. Two, the idle shutdown does not deactivate until 33 degrees. So this truck has been altered to give not only a false temperature reading outside, but to be in such a way to where you have to literally be freezing so bad for the truck to not shut off. That's just wrong. And this truck should have opti-idle or something in it, so that way when the batteries go down, at least the truck will start back up and charge the batteries. It doesn't do that. I have to do everything myself. So like I wind up waking up every 2 hours to an inverter that just beep 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 beep. And so I have to start the engine and sit there and rev it a few times, like maybe run it for 15 minutes, having to push the accelerator every 2 minutes just to get some type of charge onto the battery, so I can at least lay back down for another hour and a half or something. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Now, if I don't use the CPAP machine that I've got, then the inverter doesn't have a problem. So, and they knew about my situation before they put me in this truck. So, but I'm having to find my own way around stuff. But anyway, look at it out there. My goodness, I can't even really see. That's crazy. Well, the storm appears to be clearing up, so I'm going to go ahead and get moving again. I don't know how far I'm going to go. I might stop at Scipio. I know there is traffic north of there. I think that would just be a good place to park and then just check and see how things are. But I want to try to make use of some drive time. But yeah, so I'm going to do my pre-trip and we'll get going. As you can see, it's starting to clear up now. And this is why they were saying that it was going to clear up on New Year's Day. So, just got to do my brake test and I will be good to go. Okay, so we are here in, it's either Scipio or Scipio, S-C-I-P-I-O. And I drove through a blizzard to actually get here because it was on top of a mountain. I took it slow. The visibility was really low. And guess what? There is a 6% downgrade. I kept my speed down. I only used the first setting of the engine brake, and I was just fine. Using the engine brake in combination with the regular brake, I was okay. But I stopped here. This was one of my stops. One of the driver leaders contacted me and said, "Hey, could you give me a call?" I can't call. I don't have any cell phone coverage. I sent a message to the Zonar and I don't even know if it went through. But yeah, this is where we are. Gotta say though, I'm a little proud of myself being able to go through that blizzard. That was something. But it's not new. I mean, I've done it before. I just haven't done it with, 18 wheels of steel, which I would love to get, or I already have it. I do have the 18 wheels of steel game. I want to be able to play it. We'll play it and we'll have it here on the channel. But no, you know what? It felt okay. It felt okay. I felt more grounded than I thought, and this isn't even a heavy load. So, and from what I understand, light loads are more typical to jackknife. And there was one area where I wasn't sure because it was the road was starting, it was looking white, more and more white. And so, and then I really slowed down, and there are cars behind me that were slowed down even more. But I think I slowed down to like 35. So, but yep, we're here, And speaking of blizzards, there just happens to be a Dairy Queen. Oh my goodness. Had a problem here on my dash. It was saying that the front radar was blocked. I forgot to take a picture and a video of it. It's not saying anything. It's not saying it now, so I don't know. Maybe it just came up and then it just wouldn't go away. Seems to have gone away now. I tell you, I am not getting the greatest of coverage here. I've tried to call the driver leader team twice. Had to wait like 6 minutes or so, and then it just went dead. There was like no sound at all. I'm trying to piggyback here on my hotspot thing, and you can see the signal is all the way down. It's red. Once in a while, I can like turn this off and turn it back on, and then I can like sneak something through. It like works, but yeah, not so much at the moment. So yeah, just turn that off. There's a power button here. You just hold it. So, well, that's about all there is. I'll go into the Flying J, take a look, see what their password is for their internet. Maybe I can get through or something. Now I know why I was getting that error. I think this is the sensor right here. Yeah, that's the sensor. Guess what, folks? We're here in Salt Lake City at the Swift terminal. At first, I thought I was going to shut down there at Scipio, Psycho. But the way I had pulled in was all jacked up and it was stupid. There was actually someone on the, and I don't know if they were talking to me, but there's someone on the CB was like, "Come on, driver." I know he could have been talking to me, but I just decided, you know what? I'm just going to keep going. And it was looking a little clear, but then it kind of, I don't know, there were some areas where there was clouds and stuff, but, and it was kind of, snowing in some parts of Salt Lake, but, wasn't too bad. The roads were a little wet. There was a little bit of a scare that I had, because there were brake lights, and I started braking and I could feel it sliding a little bit. So I was pumping the brakes to slow down, and I, for a moment, I didn't think I was going to be able to stop in time. But it was not, traffic was just slowing. It wasn't stopping, if that makes sense. So I was okay, thankfully. But yeah, got here at the terminal, no problem. So, goody. So that means we can finally get this thing delivered tomorrow. 1 month later or something. But there's been so much going on with this thing. There was like 4 days that I had no control over. We had one good day of driving, and then it snowed the next day, or snowed overnight, and so I stayed there, and then I left the next day, and so considering this is my first winter drive, my thing is, give me a flippin' break, all right? As far as driver leaders or whatever, get off my back. okay? I mean, I'll move when I'm comfortable. Don't push me, don't bully me. I don't appreciate that. And that's what was happening on one of those days, um, which is why I'm getting another driver later. But when it came to today, I felt a little bit better, a little bit more confident. And after driving through the blizzard, and no, I didn't record any of that. But yeah, after driving through that and just taking it easy, and there really wasn't too much to see with that blizzard. What did I have, like a half mile of visibility or something? It's kind of like a fog, if anything. But after that, no, I was okay. I even used the Jake brake. Not much, just that one setting. Just that one setting. Made sure that I slowed down and used the Jake at the same time. So, but to help control the speed, so that way the truck is not sliding with just the brakes. So, but yeah, everything's good. So I'd be fine with winter driving now. I think the only thing that would worry me a little bit is like steep descents with snow and ice and stuff. I think that's the only thing that would really bother me. But other than that, I feel okay about it. I had to do it on my own in order to come to this, and it would have been nice to have been armed with that training first before getting out here. But that's just my feelings on it. Well, good morning. It is 2022 now for me. For you, it may already be 2022, or it could be the year following, or the year following, or whatever you happen to be here from. And you might be a time traveler, so you might be here from the past. I mean, anything's possible, right? So, in either case, welcome. And it's cold. Is this a trash can? No, it's got snow in it though. Yeah, it's 16 degrees here in West Valley City, is part of Salt Lake City. Yeah. Holy popsicles, Batman! It's freaking cold. I tell you, my wife, she's a seer. She had this foreknowledge, I guess, that I was going to need something to stay warm. So she got me the earmuffs and the cap, and I've got this neck brace, neck warmer on. And I had gone home early for Christmas. So we had a Christmas early, and she had me unwrap the gift. She just like, I'm not sure why, but I think you should probably have these before you leave. And yeah, well, sure enough. Oh my goodness. So what are we doing today? Well, I'm going to throw out some trash when I find a trash can. I think one of these, oh, that's a trash can. Okay. Well, I need to go to the shop. I don't even know if anyone's going to be here today, but I'm going to walk over there to the trailer shop and see if they've got some bolt cutters, because I have got to get that lock off. Yeah, this freaking load is something else. I kind of want to say, you know what? I wish I wouldn't have taken it, and I wish it would have been someone else's problem. It's kind of selfish. But, you know, we did gain some stuff out of this in regards to, you know, driving in this type of weather and learning some stuff from it. So, okay. My hand's getting cold from holding this phone, so I'll get back with you. What is that noise? I do not even know what that noise is. Well, they're going to cut this thing off, so thank goodness. Okay, this is interesting. You have to have a trailer to go into the truck wash. I wonder why that is. The Phoenix one, if you remember when we left, you can't take a trailer through it. It was just your truck. So this is kind of interesting. Although this is closed, and it's, well, probably no surprise as to why it's closed right now. So if you want to get your truck washed and or trailer, well, you're going to have to get your trailer washed, but whether you want to or not, I don't think you can here. You'll have to go someplace else. So I'm working on my pre-trip, and what I learned from the fellow in Kansas City, the LCQT guy, was that with snow and stuff, it sprays up mud, you know, all kinds of mud and stuff come up here. And sure enough, it did. He said, make sure that your reflectors are clean from all that crap. So I had to go through here. You can see how bad it is over here. So yeah, I had to come over here and wipe all that clean. Back here wasn't too bad, but I still got it. And then definitely this side over here, like here wasn't too bad, but I still wiped them clean. But you can see as I get closer and closer in this direction, you see all that mud and dirt and gunk, and yeah, I had to clean. Look how bad it gets. So I had to come and wipe all this stuff clean. Oh jeez, and I just about slipped. But yeah, and that's why I didn't leave just yet, is because there is ice on the road, so I wanted to wait until the sun was out for a little bit before I get going again. It's still like 19 degrees out here, but I figured 11 o'clock in the morning is better than 7 o'clock in the morning in regards to this ice and stuff. So I don't know if I'm wrong. Tell me in the comments below. Speaking of below, I'm going to make sure I don't slip and fall. Okay, I think these trucks are manipulated so that way they're not reading correctly, so that way they shut off every 2 minutes regardless of the temperature outside. Take a look at this up here. All right, that is the current temperature right now at 11 o'clock. Now I want you to take a look at this. 11:23, okay, so around the same time period. Now look at the temperature on this. 30 degrees, it's 10 degrees off. That is wrong. I swear you have to be completely frozen before this thing will shut off, or, you know, turn the engine idle off. That's unacceptable. I'm sorry, man, these things are manipulated. They really are. They're not made for driver comfort, and they should be. Anyhow, we are done with the pre-trip. Well, I got to do the tug test, but other than that, We're ready to go. Let's get rid of this load. I've had it since freaking last year. Folks, you're gonna love this. All this way, everything that happened, and they don't even have the load in their system. They don't have the load in their system. They can't find it. Oh my goodness. Look at this, and I'm almost out of fuel. Woo! This is great. Great way to start off the new year. Okay, so we're here at a Love's to get emergency fuel. Make sure I have my keys in my pocket. So if you need to get emergency fuel, what you need to do is get the COM data code, something like that. So once you get that code, is this the building? What the hell is the building? Oh, it's over there. I'm walking the wrong way. I'm so turned around, man. I've had this freaking move for freaking 7 days. 7 days! Yeah, so... so that's why I'm going to get some food, too. I need fuel. Okay. Okay. Got fuel, about 63 gallons. Got fuel for myself from Subway, and I bought a couple of cookies because cookies. I've not heard back from Swift, so it looks like I'll be going back to the Salt Lake terminal. Oh my freaking word. Yep. And that about sums up what I think about this load. Okay, we're back in Salt Lake City. Back at the Salt Lake terminal. Same exact spot. I don't think this is an actual parking spot, but whatever. Kind of ran out of patience by this point. You can't really hear it, but you might be able to hear it because I got my little headset thing to it. Right now I'm recording a Flight Simulator 2000 video. This is like my third one on my retro box, which is right down here. That's it right there. So that's my retro box of Windows 98 and Windows XP. It's an IBM. And I have a couple of adapters coming out into a screen recorder, which is going into the laptop here. Now I had a problem with it where the sound was coming out, and some of you who watch my flight sim videos, the first two, not the first two I've ever done, but the first two with this retro machine, the sound was off. It sounded hollow, or it sounded like it was coming through a pipe or something. Well, my theory was that it was coming through as a microphone instead of as a line input. Turned out that was correct. Even though everything is supposed to be coming in through a USB, which is, it's like coming in, okay, so no, that's powering the screen recorder. And I believe this one over here, no, this one here, that's the one the video signal and the audio signal is coming through. Originally, I couldn't get it to work. I couldn't understand why. Because I was selecting USB, like video, audio device, and it wasn't working for some reason. So then what I did, this is like so cool with the clouds and everything. It's cool for me because when I was first doing Flight Sim 2000 on the channel, I could not get it to look like this. I had to do it in VMware, and it just, yeah, didn't look good. If you want to know what I mean, then go back to those early videos and you'll see. But anyway, yeah, I couldn't get the audio to work, so then I connected because what it is there is a little mini cable coming out of the retro box that is going in. Try to get to it here. So this is the adapter right here, and so there is a mini cable that comes out and goes into here, which then comes out with, it combines it, and it comes out through HDMI. And then over here there is an HDMI video capture card, which then exports to USB so it can be inputted. I know, complicated. But I had to dig in to Windows and fiddle around with it. And I came across devices. And when I disabled the microphone and enabled line in, it worked. Originally, I thought I had the cable hooked up here into the mic jack. And then when I realized I didn't, I'm like, oh, whoa. So I had to select line input in order for whichever cable it is for it to work. So yeah, it was just really weird, but it works now. And it doesn't sound like nails on a chalkboard anymore, so I'm really happy with that. And I've explained this in another video, but in case you guys didn't see it, the reason why I'm using this retro box for Flight Simulator 2000 is because it is the only solution I've been able to find that will allow me to get the best results out of Flight Sim 2000 with all the add-ons. You can get Flight Simulator 2000 to work on a Windows 10 machine. Maybe some add-ons with it, but not all of them. Not the major ones that I like ProFlight 2000, which adds the ATC, FS Traffic, which adds traffic, air traffic out in the skies. There was an airport collection that would not install. Yeah, so and then there's custom content. Some of that doesn't work either. And a little bit more of it worked on Windows XP, but it was only Windows 98 that I was able to get it to work. You can get it all to run in VMware, but you can't get 3D accelerated graphics like what you see here. You got software rendering, and it just looked awful. Absolutely awful. PC emulator was something that I fooled around with, and I was able to, with Windows 98, I was able to get everything working the way it should, including 3D accelerated graphics. The problem is that the best I could do at the time was a Pentium 1. I think like no, not even a 300 megahertz. It was like a Pentium 1 200 megahertz computer, which this thing kind of struggled with. Now on my gaming laptop with the i9 and the 3070, that one I can emulate a Pentium 2, and it does work a little better. But this box is a Pentium 4 with a Radeon 7000. And there are times when even this struggles, especially with the clouds, air traffic, the frames go down low. So if it's doing that on a Pentium 4, imagine what it would do on a emulated Pentium 2. and I had to use, I didn't have a Radeon 7000 card that I was emulating. It was the Voodoo. It was Voodoo 2, which is older. And so, yeah. Flight Simulator 2000, they made some great improvements with it, but it was not optimized very well at all. And by the time a machine was starting to come out that could handle it, or, somewhat, and then Flight Simulator 2002 came out. So, there you go. Hey there, good morning everyone. I think this is the 10th or 11th day that we've been on this load, but today is the end of it. So, and it's the end of it because I say it's the end of it. I'll be contacting them and I'll say, do you have a solution in regards to this load? If they do, I'll go deliver it, because if I can go deliver it, I'll be able to get it empty and I'll be ready to pick up the load from Ogden, which goes down to California. But if they still don't have it worked out, I'm going to say, look, we need to T-call this. Is there another trailer I can pick up? Is there a T-call somewhere here at the Salt Lake terminal that I can grab and get going? At this point, I don't care which way it is. It can go to Oregon, Washington, east. I just want to get moving. If you want something done, do it yourself. Have you heard that saying before? So I made a phone call to Swift. I got bounced around a little bit, but then I finally got to someone who works in customer service that actually, I think, works like with P&G dedicated accounts. And basically, to summarize, they were able to find the number in their system. I think she said that they don't know why the guard shack turned me away, because they have it there or something, and that they're ready to go ahead and receive it. But she also gave me an invoice number just in case. So I think it took me about 30 minutes to get that worked out or so. But the fact that I had to actually do it myself, it's just crazy. And I wasn't sure if there was actually, let me show you this. Okay, so here is the bill of lading number right here. Okay, that's the one that Swift had confirmed with me over the phone. This is the one that I gave to the guard shack. This is the one that they said was not in their system. However, I found the same number right over here at the very end, and there's another 2 at the end of it. So I don't know if there's supposed to be another 2 on the end of it, if this is just part of this longer number, or what the case is. I should have shown the person the invoice itself. I don't know why I didn't think about doing it. I had it with me. I don't know why I didn't think about doing it. I just read off the bill. She just said, oh, what's the 311 number? And so I just went ahead and read it off. But, well, there was no reason for me to think otherwise. Because when I picked up the load, they asked me for the 311 number, and this is what I gave them, and it was fine. So yeah, I don't know what exactly happened. But the good thing is that they're ready. They are ready for us. I can go and finally get this thing delivered, you know, after 1 year of driving around. Look at this. I'm doing my pre-trip. I had to use my hammer. Get one. And I got this off of there. It was sitting right here. Jeez, I hope this thing isn't frozen up. You can see there's a little bit of ice back there too on that other one. Got to be careful because this is like really slippery. Yeah, do you see the ice over here? It's also right here too. That'll melt. I'm like slipping. CV is on. Garmin is ready to go. Got to do a couple of tug tests and we're off. What's that guy doing? Welcome back to PNG. So hopefully everything will go well this time. All right, we're here. I've got these tandems slid to the back. The pins aren't out. No, that one's out. Oh no, that one is out. Okay, good. Yeah, and for the most part, I pretty much got this backed up, or, you know, lined up. I mean, kind of close, but all right. Go ahead and back this up, and that'll be the end of it. Finally. There we go. All backed up, tandems in the back. All I gotta do is just disconnect. Put those down. Well, put those down, then disconnect. It's leaking. I'm pretty sure it's condensation, but I can't get it to stop. Okay, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. What I've done is we had another load that was going to take us to California, but I wouldn't be able to pick it up until tonight, and my hours are just going to be gone by then. So I decided to see if they could find me something else, and they did. So I'll be able to go pick it up now. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Thank goodness we're done with this one. So thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this little mini series. It was full of all kinds of stuff. But anyways, click that like button, subscribe, click the notification bell to get notified of new stuff uploaded to the channel. Anyways, thanks so much, and I will see you on the next episode. Have a killer awesome trucking day.